I'm not saying that this show is all about sex, but if the show was just called Sex, then I wouldn't be sitting here saying that there's a lot of Hollywood in it. So, Hollywood has hit Netflix, and it's your pretty standard Ryan Murphy show. There's a lot of sexy stuff, a lot of Dylan McDermott, and a happy kind of ending that makes you wonder if it was a feel-good show the whole time. Let me clue you in. It wasn't! So Hollywood is very vaguely based on, inspired by a kind of account of some sort of true people that existed once upon a time story that you don't actually have a clue what's going on. To the point that I'm worried people are going to be walking about, talking about, oh yeah, Meg, I'd love to see that someday. It won Best Picture one time. In a couple of years, when it doesn't exist, okay? Because this show used true life people and then didn't tell their true life stories, making everything a bit like, what the fuck was this all about? So we've got several people who were real in this story, most notably Rock Hudson, Anna May Wong, and Hattie McDaniel. And Ryan Murphy is basically giving their lives the Hollywood dream treatment, you know? What if Rock Hudson had come out as gay at the beginning of his career instead of much later in life as he actually did? Well, then it just kind of bullshits from that point into making you think that somehow that would have been okay and he still would have got roles and he would have been accepted and shit like that, which is definitely not what would have happened. The whole thing is kind of like, you know, an ideal version of history. It's like, what if this group of enlightened people that were okay with black people and gay people and all sorts being in movies, what if they had enough power in post-war Hollywood to actually do that? Which is not a terrible idea, but, you know, the whole show is then just kind of like, basically the whole thing is just full of sex. There's gay sex, interracial sex, old lady sex. I know you want some of that old lady sex in your life. And that's just in the first 2 episodes. But it kind of continues all the way through until like the last kind of episode and a half or so, and then it just kind of cuts off, you know. And then it's like a really sweet, happy ending where everything's good and pure and great. And I hate it. It's so weird that so much of like what it makes you care about throughout the show, for example, as a small example, the main guy is, you know, sleeping around, you know, with all these people because he's basically a prostitute for the first 4 episodes or something like that. And then, you know, it kind of makes us go, oh, we don't have to care about him doing that because his wife was cheating on him the whole time and is pregnant with somebody else's baby. Great, now he's absolved of all this blame, and it's like, no, it feels so wrong to do that. I hate that. The only message I can vaguely properly take away from this is that it's a really hard journey, hard life in Hollywood, full of sex, but it'll all end up okay in the end. Don't worry, you will definitely get there in the end. It's all going to be great, and Hollywood, it's going to accept you for who you are. It's all fantastic. Which is just horse shit. And he talks a lot in this show throughout it about people who didn't make it or people who aren't making it or the struggle. And then he just kind of ignores it and, you know, throws that to the wayside and dishonors all the people. Like Peg, the person they were making the film in the show about, by saying, you know, people make it in the end, you'll all make it in the end, it's fine. And, you know, it felt like it really dishonored a lot of people who didn't make it in Hollywood, who tried and struggled. I don't like rewriting history so it's nicer, because history had a lot of flaws, and it's glorified enough today as it is, with all of those flaws. I don't think it needed this show to do it more. But I haven't even gotten to the review yet, dear lord. Here is my 1-minute review for Hollywood. It's almost like Ryan Murphy started writing a show and then decided after about 6 episodes it's going to be a miniseries, you know, and tried to finish it all really nicely and tie it up with a nice bow. It's like it got cancelled after 6 episodes and he wrote the 7th as a kind of, oh, quick, end everyone happily. And I'm not against the idea of making films and TV shows about Hollywood and about the Hollywood dream, okay? La La Land is one of my favourite movies ever. I love it. But it had like sacrifice and it had the career in Hollywood, that dream against the dream of having a happy relationship and being with this person you love. This was just kind of like, you come to Hollywood, you're going to struggle for a little while, it's going to be tough, you might have to have sex with some old ladies, but then it's going to go great for you, sonny. You're going to get the woman of your dreams, you're going to get in this big picture, and it's all going to go great, and you're going to be happy forever. And I'm just kind of like, what the fuck? I'm giving this 55 out of 100. It just irritated me because whatever this is, it isn't Hollywood.